It's your girl, just Risa, with stories present and past, and a little sparkle and sass. Pour that iced tea, we're sipping it tonight. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell and stay tuned. And always remember, be unapologetically you.
Good evening, everybody in YouTube land. It is your girl, Just Risa. How is everybody doing this awesome evening on 4th of July? You know what? This is my favorite holiday. 4th of July is always my favorite. And so I have been out with my family. I hope you can come in and grab your snacks, grab you a sweet tea. You better hit like, you better hit subscribe, you better ring that bell, you better hit notify. You never know when your girl Just Risa just might go live next. Telling you, I don't know myself. You might want to grab your emotional support sparkler for the evening. Grab your folding chair from the garage. Find you a safe spot out on the porch. Because tonight we are doing things sparkle and shine style, fireworks, a little bit of chaos, and some MIMS because we got to make it make sense. And for people who want to act like this is a brand new thing I ever say, MIMS, we all know means make it make sense. In fact, another YouTuber has that as their name. It does not mean that we're going to make this dramatic. It does not mean it's racist. It does not make it personal. It does not make it a demand. It does not make it a circus. It does not make it, Risa, let's perform on command. No ma'am, no sir, no ham, no spam, no green eggs, and ham, no thank you. Tonight is not going to be heavy drama night. Tonight's not hate night. It's not racism talk night. Tonight is not prove yourself to strangers who already decided what they want to believe night. Today's the 4th of July. That means fireworks, freedom, family, snacks, music, a lot of sparkle, a lot of sass, maybe some chaos. If you're from Texas, there might be some raccoons involved. They like to try to steal your chips. And that's just the vibe. So before we get too wholesome and fireworky, I told y'all I'm not going to do a lot of drama tonight. I'm not. I'm going to do a little, not a lot. If you don't know me by now, everything I do is very controlled and is very thought out in advance, and everything has hidden meaning to it. Everything I do. Tonight's not drama night. It's 4th of July, baby. Tonight's not hate night. Tonight's not racism night. It's 4th of July. But I guess you address just a little bit of things before we move any forward. A little garnish, a little razzle to my dazzle, a little jalapeno in your potato salads, a little glitter in your gravy. A little because I can seasoning, a little don't start none, won't be none. Sparkle dust attitude. Because here it is. You guys need to stop stealing my taglines. I get tired of that. Do you guys get tired of people stealing your stuff? Do you guys ever get tired of people stealing your stuff? Because it happens to me like an awful lot. People like to steal my ideas. I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not around the sector. It actually happens a lot in a lot of different places in the sector. You know, it's a little bit of this. Oh, sorry. Trying to find a video really fast. It's a little bit of this energy. Right Here.
This defeat is scheduled for next Friday night at 8 o'clock.
Alright, we're sweet. We got the whip, we can't be beat. We're the best, our team's too cool. We got the class to rock this school. Oh yeah, we bad. We got the team, we can't be had. We're the best, so score them points. You win the game, we'll rock this joint. Go Toros, go Toros, go, go, go Toros, go Toros, go Toros, go, go, go Toros. Our game is fierce and we are hits, so get on back. You can't touch this. Our game is bad, we're without peers, so get that weakness out of here. Try to steal our bit, but you look like shit. But we're the ones who are down with it.
So you try to steal my bit, but you end up looking like shit because you ain't the one that's down with it. Because, yeah, there's a lot of like taglines and things that I say that people go off and steal. In Love and Light, yeah, that one was mine. That was my tagline that a lot of you stole. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. We're all doing one of those out here in this big YouTube verse. That one was one of mine that's been pilfered, and I don't mind people using it as like, reference or something, but if you're gonna put the person down that you're copying, make that make sense. MIMS, make that make sense. Like, stop taking my phrases, stop stealing my sparkle lines, my rhythms, my timing, my little make it make sense energy, my porch energy, my little chaos snacks and seasonings, and then walk around and act like you just discovered oxygen. Like, cubic zirconia, baby, no, I'm the one who invented that because you don't have no sparkle. You don't invent oxygen. You didn't invent the sparkle. You didn't invent the seasoning. Stop stealing people's crap. This is just a little side note because I kind of get tired of it. You'll start to see my fingerprints are all over my stuff. You'll start to see how people like to steal your crap. Not blaming anybody. Just saying. I'm my own person. I have my own fingerprints. I have my own cadence, my own spice. I have my own spicy disaster. I know when something sounds like it came from this little corner of the internet that I live in because I know I made it up. And then it magically shows up somewhere else having a fake mustache and they pretend like it didn't come from me. Honey, no. Baby, I know my own cooking. You can put it in a different cot just because it comes from a different kitchen. It still smells the same. It's still the same thing. You can borrow all my glitter. Just because you don't want to use the disco ball, that doesn't mean that you can still have the same diva attitude like me. You can stand near the fireworks, but it doesn't mean you have to light all the fuses. You can wear the sparkle, but you did not go find all the rhinestones, and that doesn't mean they're precious jewels. You want a tagline, you want timing, you want phrases, you want rhythm, you want sparkle and shine, you want to copy. And then you want to put me down. I see it. Other people see it. Receipts definitely see it. The glitter sees it. MIMS. Energy. Imitation may be flattery, but theft can still have a citation. And MIMS also says if you want to sparkle and shine, always stop pretending that you lit the match. That's all. That's just me being petty for a second. Just 1 second. That's all. Yeah, I have some restraint. Because I was asked today why I haven't been doing content. Where is Risa's content? Why haven't you been doing content, Risa? You haven't been over here on my page talking in my chat all the time, Risa. By the way, you're not in over here supporting me either. Just because I listen to you doesn't mean I have to say something in your chat to support you, to give you that thumbs up, to say I agree with you or I disagree with you. In fact, usually when I disagree with you, I don't tell you anything, and that's out of respect. Because I don't always agree with everything everybody says out here. This is the internet. We're all different people. We're all different people with different lives, with different experiences in different places, in different locations, in different corners of this world. We got to start treating each other like people. That's the number one problem out here. So, Amani, I'm going to call you out there, Amani, baby. Oh, sweetie pie, I have been doing my content. I just have not been showing anything yet, other than the things from my church. And there's a difference in that. There's a big difference. A giant, sparkly red, white, and blue difference. I have been editing. I've been testing. I want quality over quantity. I've been working on music. I've been trimming clips. I've been building thumbnails, organizing ideas, making outlines, going and scripting, and going and recording my own footage, checking audio, comparing versions, doing deep dives into lots of different criminal cases that I just have not talked about on my channel. Comparing different versions from different people, from different walks of life, from all over the internet. I've been deciding what fits my channel and what doesn't. I've been figuring out what is worth making a live about, what is worth a short, worth a video, and what deserves to sit in a folder until I feel like I'm ready to finish it and put it out. Just because I do not post every thought in real time does not mean I'm not creating. And my silence, it doesn't mean anything. And take a break off of the internet for a while. Goodness, all of you guys need to. I've been watching the World Cup. I've been watching tennis with my child. I've been watching Fever basketball and watching the controversy about Caden Clark and about all of these NBA players that are going on. I have been watching the world news, and I have been watching Real Case Files, because that's what I do. I don't owe you guys anything. I do not owe the internet a live feed of my brain 24/7. I do not owe anybody a minute-by-minute itinerary of everything I'm working on. Some things are still cooking. And I'm not going to put them out until they're going to cook. Literally. Until everything's going to work. And it's going to be perfect, because I want perfection. Some things are still being edited. Some things are waiting for the right moment, because it's not the right time for me to talk about it right now. You guys seem to forget my grandmother passed away a month ago. I've been mourning a family member in the middle of all of this. And it's summer. I'm with my children. We went on vacation. Golly, you guys need to get out of your house. Enjoy life. That's how content works, though. You're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks and call it journalism, and then say oopsie doops when you forget what you threw up on the wall when it smacks you in the face because you screwed up. And let me be real clear about something. I will not be instructed what to cover, when to cover it, how fast to move, what tone to use, or how emotional I am supposed to be to anybody because somebody else wants a reaction from me. Amani, this is going to you. This includes things about the Carmelo Anthony trial and Austin Metcalf. Why would y'all continually ask me if I would make a video about that Either A, you really want to know my opinion, or B, you're wanting me to talk about something that's racially charged because you guys want to racially charge right back at me. You want to use that as a way to attack me because you know my opinion on that may not match what some of you guys think. I haven't stated my opinion about that. I've stayed away from that case for a reason. I've watched all of the actual press release. I have all of the videos that are from the actual police files because I went and found them. I deep dived. I'm a teacher. I'm an educator myself. I can explain that case better than you could possibly imagine. But I'm not going to, because if I do, you're all going to throw it in my face because you want to call me racist. MIMS. Make that make sense. This YouTube is a mess. You guys are a mess. And that includes fireworks and trial talks and creator drama, press releases, screenshots, clips, panels, community posts, and anybody's favorite hot topic of the day. I do not take assignments from the audience. I don't take assignments from trolls. Nobody orders me what to do. I do not take assignments from people who do not like me, but somehow want a season pass to be on my porch. I take notes, meticulous notes, more notes than you could possibly imagine, because my brain thinks differently than a lot of people's. And post-COVID, I forget a lot of stuff, so I gotta write everything down. I gather facts. I look at context. I watch the whole thing from all angles. I listen to it again and again. I compare what was said and what was shown. I decide what belongs on my channel. And then I move when I'm ready. Because MIMS says, I don't move because you push. I move because I'm ready. So with Carmelo Anthony, because apparently some people think I have not posted it yet, which means I do not know anything. Wrong porch today, wrong assumption, wrong narrative. I have the videos. I have dissected them. I have gone through things like you can't imagine with a fine-tooth comb. I've seen some of the most disgusting things on the entire internet about that case. I'm not going to talk about it today because what was shown, what was implied, what people are trying to make it mean, what people skip over, what people are inflating and minimizing, what people try to confirm, and what they already want to believe. It's the same thing as over here. I'm not avoiding it, not uninformed. I'm choosing restraint. And let me say that because some people hear restraint and hear fear because they think they do not understand grown-up behavior. I choose restraint. I choose when I want to speak on something. And silence, it doesn't mean weakness. It doesn't mean it at all. Anything deserving sensitivity, it's something to do with race, no matter what it is. It deserves care and context, facts, responsibility, the ability to have a grown-up conversation. It deserves more than somebody running to the internet to find a half clip or full of attitude with no context. It deserves more than people race baiting for clicks. It deserves more than people using children, violence, grief, public perceptions as a prop for their own narrative. It deserves more than say it now, say it loud, say it how I actually want you to say it, or else I will label you how I want to label you. No, I'm not doing that. not with any case, especially one that involves race or children or violence or grief or real people. By the way, Murphy James is not alive. I can confirm that. I know how Murphy James passed away. I respect the dead. I think it's disgusting that some of the people that caused his demise are the ones out here laughing about it today on YouTube. How dare you? It's disgusting. What is wrong with you sick people? It's sick. Sick. I'm sick. Hey, Em, sorry, you are getting a crash course into things that Risa has dealt with for a long time. Sorry, you're kind of getting the tail end of stuff here. I didn't know anybody was over here. I was looking at my notes. Sensitivity is not silence. Sensitivity is responsibility. And today's the 4th of July. So past here, no more racism, no more hate, no more you have to prove yourself, no more dancing narratives, no more any of this stuff. No. I know who I am. I know what I said. I know what people have said. I know what I've not said. I know what I believe. I know what I stand on. And I'm not going to be instructed on what to come up here and do. Because this is my channel. We do it my way. My timing, my standards, my research, my voice, my restraint, my sparkle, and some controlled chaos. And if that bothers somebody, that's between them and their Wi-Fi and a mirror. If you think I'm too good for you, maybe that's the mirror talking to you. I never said that. In fact, I'll be the first one to tell you I'm a sinner like the rest of you. I'm only raised and I'll be able to go back to heaven by the grace of God. But I am allowed to have standards. I'm allowed to have facts, protect my peace, protect my channel and my family, to protect my name. I'm allowed to say, no, that's not what happened. No, not today. No, I'm not covering that until I'm ready. I'm allowed to say, no, I'm not going to go over there to your channel and talk to you. If my boundary feels like arrogance, then check the reflection, because that might be your insecurity talking, not my attitude. I will not be intimidated. I will not be rushed. I will not be bullied into speaking before I'm ready at all. Yeah, you're hearing me rant. Oh yeah, you didn't hear me rant before. So many other people out here have heard me rant a couple of times. You're a newbie to me ranting, but this is light rant. And then I got some stuff to show you that's my new stuff that people's not seeing, because people want to be an idiot today. So I had to address some stuff first. So I will not be bullied into speaking before I'm ready. I will not be dragged into hate, racism, chaos, or somebody else's mess because they want a reaction. I will not let people who do not do my research, do not edit my videos, do not build my thumbnails, do not manage my channel, do not protect my family, and do not live my life tell me how to run it. This isn't a group project. I'm an individual. I'm the lone fox. This isn't a committee meeting. This isn't everybody gets a vote. This is just Risa. I can be kind and still have boundaries. I can be quiet and still be working. I can be careful and still be strong. Funny and still serious. Sassy and factual. Restrained, and I'm always ready. Sensitivity is not a weakness, and silence is not a fear. Preparation is not avoidance. Let me say that one more time, because it needs a little sparkle with it. Preparation is not avoidance. Sometimes the person is being quiet, and it's not because they're scared. It's because they're taking notes, because they're watching, because they're organizing, checking facts, waiting to see if the story changes. Sometimes it's just waiting to see if the energy changes. Do I really have to do this? Because I don't wanna. And sometimes when you let people talk long enough, they show you exactly who they are. And sometimes she's over here like me, just enjoying fireworks because it's 4th of July and not everything needs to have chaos. Oh, yes, I'm spilling the tea over here, Em. You know I got to be doing that. Yeah. Restraint's not fear. Restraint's not a weakness. Restraint is not me lacking something to say. Restraint, it means I know exactly what I could say, and I choose what is wise to say. I know the difference between reaction and response. I do not let somebody else's urgency become my emergency. Don't hand people a clip just because they're begging for it. I know when to speak, when to pause, when to document. It's called discernment. MIMS. Make it make sense. If the math ain't mathing, the story ain't storying, the receipts aren't doing the receipting, the work ain't explaining, baby, you gotta make it make sense. So tonight, I was gonna make some things make sense. Because that's what I've been working on. That's how to make things make sense. And we're gonna have a little bit of fireworks. Did you see my fireworks, Em? Here's my fireworks. I'm gonna get me water while this plays for a minute.
Majesty know, God done shed his grace on thee. He crowned thy good. Yes, he did. Any brotherhood from sea to shining sea. You know, I wish I had somebody to help me sing this.
My girl is banging, she's solo maintenance. Don't need no champagne, poppin' entertainment. Take her to Wendy's, can't keep her off me. She wanna dip me like them fries in a frosty. But every now and then when I get paid, I gotta spoil my baby with an upgrade. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's on a date night. Got that Bourbon Street steak with the Oreo shake and some whipped cream on the top two. Two straws, one check, girl, I got you. Bougie.
I muted my microphone. Oops. We're going to plop that down for a little bit and we'll have some more fireworks in a little while. I want to show y'all some of my projects I've been working on and explain a couple of my projects I've been working on. And one of them nobody really has seen yet. One of them is on my page. I cannot play the entire thing because of copyright, but I can play part of it and I can explain some of where I have been going on my channel, and I promise you MIMS will make more sense in a little bit. It's actually one of the names of one of my videos I've been making. And if you know anything about me, everything I make is symbolic, has deep meaning. If you see something and you think, wait, did she just do that? Yeah, I probably did it on purpose. Sometimes not, but usually it was planned. I like to plan Easter eggs. So while you are watching my content, look for Easter eggs because I will drop Easter eggs and things. And I just like to have fun. It's part of me being a creator. I'm very creative. I like creating my own content. So what I've been doing is looking at human behaviors, but in a different aspect, and how we can look at them in media and different ways we can look at it in media. So I made this the other day. I'm going to plop it up. I'm not going to play the whole thing. You can find this one on my
It's your
channel.
girl, just Risa, with stories present and past, and a little sparkle.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh, no.
Roxy here, the fireworks yet?
Roxy has been hiding in here from the fireworks. Thank you for coming in here when the door was closed. Would you please go in there? Thank you. Would you let her in here so she doesn't scratch the door? My child. He went as if the dog was hiding from the fireworks. I'm like, yeah, she's in here hiding from the fireworks. Golly. Now,
Pour that iced tea, we're sipping it tonight. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell and stay tuned. And always remember, be unapologetically you.
This content is a creative and thematic commentary intended for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental. This video does not accuse or refer to any specific individual or entity. All opinions expressed are general in nature and protected under fair use, free speech, and satire/parody provisions. Viewers are encouraged to think critically and draw their own conclusions.
What does the fuck say?
this is MemeWorks. A Just Risa production. Good evening, I'm just Risa, and tonight we begin with a developing story out of the Woodland region involving retail theft or impulse control, and what officials are describing as a completely preventable situation. Authorities report Woodland resident RJ Raccoon has allegedly been involved in a late-night theft involving processed snack foods, specifically chips. Now, at first glance, this may appear to be a simple theft case. It is not, because according to witnesses, RJ knowingly entered an area occupied by a bear. An actively sleeping bear. For more on this developing situation, we go live to suburbia, where events have reportedly escalated.
Did you watch this one with me, Em? When I did the premiere?
Thank you, Just Risa. This is Risa, live in suburbia, where a sus raccoon has reportedly been spotted in the local area. Witnesses report the suspect appears emotionally compromised by chips, highly processed chips. Well, it appears the suspect has left the area. At this time, the suspect appears to be fleeing the scene. We will continue monitoring this developing situation as furry fiends inevitably make worse choices.
So, I chose this movie for a very specific reason, because of all of the characters and the dynamics of the characters and how they react and interact with each other and the psychology behind it. That was the foresight into going into this as a project. And I thought it would just be kind of a fun way to look at human behaviors, but use a cartoon and use something that's in the media as a way to frame what we can learn about ourselves. So that was kind of the whole goal here. And if I play this whole thing, it's going to copyright hit me. So I'm not going to. Only because I'm live and playing Over the Edge will get me a copyright hit. But if you know this movie, it's a little play on it. And on what happens.
Breaking tonight. What began as a snack mission has officially entered its "this could have been avoided" era. This is Risa reporting. Authorities confirm RJ.
So when you think about something that's not super significant, and you make it into something you have to have and you obsess over so much to the point that you're going to do something ridiculous and outrageous that you would never ordinarily do to accomplish that goal. That's basically what this character did. 75 cents for snacks is a joke, but he decided to go antagonize a homicidal bear and almost died in the process. And then he has to go and trick and connive all the other characters to help him steal it all back, which is the premise of the movie. Love this movie. As an adult, it has a lot of adult humor into it. It's one of those movies my husband and I can watch over and over and still laugh at it because of the pure irony in it. So that's kind of where this was coming from. The idea behind it. If you understand the psychology in it and understand my vision in it, then you start to understand the true message of it. And I'm going to start making more of these. So that's why I'm making this, for you to be able to make this make sense and go, why did she make that? Well, if you really look at it and really think about it, you'll figure out why. And I am cryptic enough that there will be little hints where if you know, you know. If you're in the know, have been in the know, you'll see them.
It was last seen approaching an active bear area following what witnesses describe as an unsuccessful 75 cent
Chip-related incident. Behavioral experts suggest RJ may be experiencing what appears to be snack-motivated kleptomania, though they stress this is not an official diagnosis. A lack of 75 cents may explain the mission, but not the decision to involve stealing from a bear. And yet, here we are. This is Risa reporting. Back to your regularly scheduled program. We will keep an eye on this escalating situation.
So then, he decides to go steal from Bear. You can go watch this whole thing. It's on my channel. From 75 cents to chaos. But since it has big chunks of the movie, I have to do. Oh, this is funny.
Just take what you need.
I can just show little bits like that. And say, go look at my. Go watch the rest of it.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
It was the Martian maggot. If you know, you know.
The blue cooler.
The Martian maggot.
Family fun size. They have that. I'm pretty sure. All
The
right,
Martian
RJ.
maggot.
I'm going back to sleep. When that moon is full, I'm waking up. And all my stuff had better be right back
I flipped the
where it
moon.
was.
Into the wrong page.
That's impossible for one guy. A week's perfect. I'll get some helpers. Full moon. All my...
Access granted.
You can see my humor.
Good evening. What began as a
Yes, it was
75
the Martian
cent
maggot.
snack
You
incident
got it,
has now
Scorpion.
escalated into
You
a
caught it.
potentially homicidal bear situation. The snacks are gone.
I
The
left
bear
that in
is
there
awake.
for a reason, Scorpion.
For analysis, we now turn to our behavioral expert.
You know me well enough by now that I left the Martian maggot there for a reason, Scorpion.
Thank you, Jasrisa. At first glance, tonight's events may
By the
appear
way,
to
I am
center
not a
around something
psychologist.
insignificant.
I'm not a real
75
expert.
cents, a bag of snacks, a poor decision. But behavior rarely begins with the obvious. What we often see in compulsive patterns is not a fixation on the object itself, but an attachment to the feelings of acquisition. The belief that wanting something badly enough somehow justifies crossing lines that would otherwise remain intact.
Just think about the psychology in this and apply it to things you see on YouTube. If you know, you know.
Kleptomanic behavior, entitlement, and fixation frequently overlap, not because the reward is valuable, but because the act begins to feel deserved. A quiet belief emerges. I want this. Therefore, I am entitled to pursue it. Even when consequences become increasingly visible, this is often where escalation begins. The inability to stop, not because the warning signs weren't present, but because the individual has become emotionally invested in proving themselves right. At that point, it's no longer about snacks. As for the bear, aggression is often misunderstood. What appears violent or even sadistic on the surface may actually be territoriality, reactivity, or instinct amplified by repeated provocation. When unhealthy fixation meets unresolved aggression, conflict becomes inevitable. Behaviorally speaking, The tragedy is rarely the original choice. It's the refusal to stop after the first warning. And unfortunately, by then, both sides have usually forgotten what they were fighting over. Thank you for having me tonight. See you guys on the flip. Bye, guys.
How much truth is there to that right there? How much truth? A lot. In fact, I wrote it that way. It was pointed. If you know, you know. Some of you had seen that one. Some of you had not. I'm going to put up my fireworks for just a few minutes, just as another buffer. I've got another one that none of you guys have seen, and it is called MIMS. And you get me a water break. La reina, Salina. La reina de música. And then my little short here that got me like thousands of views. I'll try my little short here. Yep. 105 likes on my little short here for this song. I have a story for this song. My son does this song for PE, and every time they say thunder, they have to do a burpee, and then they run in place, and then
burpees. Run and play. Up, down, burpee. Up, down. Run and play. And he hates this song. And my viral, what I would consider viral, it's like seriously, Mom, that song. But yep, it inspired me. And there's my firework. He hates that song because they have to do that. All right. So now on to my newest creation, MIMS. Make it make sense. And this is why the thumbnail is the way it is. It has to do with this particular video. It's not finished. So this is kind of, you're seeing it midway done, not final done for the portion of it that it's done. It's not even completely finished. About halfway finished with this project. But since everybody wants to know what Reese has been up to, I'll go ahead and show you what I've been making. And some of this has to apply with behaviors that we're seeing out here on the internet. That's why I've been making them.
With stories present and past, and a little
So I'm just going to
sparkle
draw it down
and
and just let this play.
Pour that iced tea, we're
I'll
sipping
stop
it
and pop up,
tonight.
say a couple things.
Like
Just let it play. Here's going to be a
Stay tuned.
premiere.
And always remember, be unapologetically you.
This content is a creative and thematic commentary intended for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental. This video does not accuse or refer to any specific individual or entity. All opinions expressed are general in nature and protected under fair use, free
And
speech,
I would look out for
satire/parody
Easter
purposes. Listeners are encouraged to
eggs.
think critically and draw their own conclusions.
Okay, kids, now for today's story. Today's story appears to be a little dark and maybe scary.
Maybe Piggy was right.
Oh well.
Once upon a time in a faraway place.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Prepare for total domination, domination, domination.
Y'all ready for this?
It's not too serious, madam. You should recover in a few weeks and be as good, I mean as bad as ever. But I would suggest plenty of rest and lots of sunshine. I hate sunshine. I hate horrible, wholesome sunshine. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I hate sunshine.
Well... we appear to be emotionally beefing with weather. Interesting choice.
I hate sunshine. I hate horrible, wholesome sunshine. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it.
You know, the sun seems unbothered.
Inertia is a property of matter. Science rules.
Hello, science friends. Contains lots of sunshine. Some individuals may experience weather-related hostility.
Horrible, wholesome sunshine.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. She's back.
Then that chick's gonna try. You do anything to us, I'll break it.
Who knows? How to play? Never long watching, is it? How's Mum and Dad?
Run along, one tail.
The Dark Lord himself forbade me to speak of this.
If the Dark Lord has forbidden it, you ought not to speak. Put it down, Bella. We mustn't touch what isn't ours. I've deceived one of the greatest wizards of all time. Dumbledore is a great wizard. Only a fool would question it. It'd be possible for me to help Draco.
Severus. Swear to it.
He'll just slither back into his hole.
Well, that got dark fast.
Is that Bellatrix Lestrange from Harry Potter? I love her!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh! Kirby, you know how much I love snakes!
Piggy?
One time? Just for me? Please?
Okay, one time.
Yo, everybody, this is Sir Croaks-a-Lot, and I'm not here to talk about big butts. No, I'm into pig butts. Yeah. I like pig butts, and I cannot lie. I love them so when pigs fly. When a sound walks in with an itty-bitty snout and a round thing sticking out, you gotta jump. You can't get enough when you notice those struts are stuffed deep in the dress, I'm so sure it's probably not kosher. Oh, piggy, you know I ain't faking. I want to bring home the bacon. My muppet's trying to stop me, but watch how Kermit knows karate. Oh, little pig, let me in. You say you want to go to your pen? Well, excite me, delight me, because you are the other white meat. I've heard her singing, and my ears are still ringing. I see she's got a going like a big Harley. I'm tired of magazines saying pigs are so unclean. Take the average pig and then look at bristle that nasty rat. So frogs, and a girlfriend all real hog. You know, shaking, shake that back bacon. Piggy got back. Miss Piggy got back. Babe like face with a porky booty. Pork. Babe like face with a porky booty. I like them pink and big. And when I'm looking at a pig, I just can't help myself. I'm acting like animal. It's hard to handle. When I get you home in FRO, Triple G Y style. I ain't saying to pig out more, but a skinny pig seems just like a boar. I like them blonde, thick, and porky. That's fine, so fine, I'm taking. Brooks a lot is aching. Begging for a piece of that bacon. I'm looking at the way she moves. Don't care if she's got fingers or hooves. Lean, and I'm green. I'm a big pig loving machine. So, Piggy, Piggy, you want to get down and get jiggy? Oh, yeah. Get your hammocks and stick 'em out. Even Fozzie's got to shout. Piggy got back. Yeah, Miss Piggy got back. You know, when it comes to females, Gonzo's got nothing to do with my selection. 24 to 36, well, he's into chickens. But me, I'm down with PIG. Word to Big Bird. So your girlfriend's name is Augie. Takes walks out with her doggy. But Augie ain't got a rump roast like the back of my hoggy. This little froggy don't want you unless your tail is curly cute. Dial 1-900 crooks a lot, cause frogs know how to hip hop. Piggy got back. Get it? Frogs? Hip hop? Yeah, whatever. Miss Piggy got back. Yo, too legit, ribbit. Too legit, ribbit. Yo, this is Kermit the Frog, but you can call me Sir Crooks a lot.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Make the unbreakable vow.
Oh, yeah? Yeah! Like double dog dare ya!
Now it was serious. A double dog dare. What else was left but a triple dare you? And finally, the coup de grace of all dares, the sinister triple dog dare.
It's just empty words.
I triple dog dare ya!
Schwartz created a slight breach of etiquette by skipping the triple dare and going right for the throat.
Coward.
Science friends, welcome to the Behavioral Observation Unit. Today we are analyzing a high-intensity fictional behavioral profile. We are not interpreting morality or emotion. We are observing behavioral patterns and response structures that create perceived threat signals in narrative systems. This system records behavior in real time. 3 variables are present: attachment escalation, impulse override, and boundary regulation failure. Now, introduce the stimulus. There it is, instant recognition spike. No cognitive delay detected in response processing. The subject demonstrates reaction before reflection behavior. Attachment escalation. Single target behavioral prioritization begins to dominate attention allocation. Impulse override. Action and recognition occur simultaneously. bypassing reflective delay systems, boundary failure. This indicates reduced separation between internal intent and external influence vectors. Recognition, response, reinforcement. This loop structure is what produces perceived instability and threat interpretation within narrative observation. Once established, this pattern becomes self-sustaining under continued stimulus exposure.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Okay, it's all right. We're just going to slow everything down for a second. Just breathe.
And listen to me. No more spiraling. Everything is under control now.
Okay, I'm better now.
Hello, there we are. So, MIMS, make it make sense. You guys need to stop inspiring me to make art. Because I've been making educational stuff too, but this has been my little projects. We got some other ones. Got some other things I've been working on, some for a while. I have priorities in life. One of my priorities is worship with Risa. It's Jesus in church, not internet drama. But protecting my family, that one will always come first. Always. So make it make sense. RJ from Over the Edge would absolutely not be out there with 1 sparkler, 3 snacks, and somebody's stolen chips and plan. That makes absolutely no sense, but somehow it works. He would have one eye on the fireworks, one hand in the snack bag, and a whole strategy built on vibes, hunger, and poor impulse control. And honestly, that's the energy. A little chaos, a little sparkle, a little snack, a little how did we get here? It was meant to be, why is there a raccoon in charge? Actually, it was meant because of the entire group dynamic later on in the movie. But why one little thing we obsess over becomes something that ultimately can destroy us and lead us down a path of pure destruction at the same time. You know what? If you really think about all of this, it starts to track. Because sometimes you do the grown-up paperwork. Sometimes you file what needs to be filed. Sometimes you document what needs to be documented. Sometimes you move quietly and properly behind the scenes. And sometimes you do what we do in the South. Get your big old glass of sweet tea, sit outside on the porch, press play on the fireworks. I hear them right now going. I'm about to go get in the pool and go watch the fireworks the rest of the evening. I live on the outskirts of town, so we can see all of them out here kind of in our little back corner of town. And remind everybody in your life that life is bigger than their chaos, and is definitely bigger than all this chaos on the internet. My life is bigger than their chaos. My channel is bigger than their demands. My content is bigger than their narratives. My sparkle is not up for committee review. So if you came to boss me around, you came to the wrong porch. If you came to demand me to do content, sorry, wrong place. And by the way, I didn't demand anybody to do anything earlier. I just left a comment saying I didn't agree with the video you were playing. That's all it was. I'll explain that another time. It's 4th of July. Because if you came over here for a fight, no. If you come over here to steal taglines or pretend that you found them growing out in the woods somewhere, at least wipe your footprints off so the glitter don't sparkle and shine, because everybody gonna see through it. Because I have my own style and it's distinct. If you came to tell me that I'm creating things that I don't need to belong in, then why are you talking about me? If you came for fireworks, snacks, sparkle, a little bit of raccoon chaos, and controlled MIMS energy, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you kicked your shoes off, that you watched some fireworks with me. Remember, don't let anybody dull your sparkle. Don't let anybody intimidate you. I will not be intimidated by anybody. Do not confuse silence for weakness or restraint for fear. And for the love of all things red, white, blue, barbecue, and sparkle, make it make sense. So I will see you guys somewhere on the flip outside in the great big old YouTubeverse. You guys enjoy your fireworks for the rest of the evening if you are in the United States. If you are not, you go find you a place that you can go watch them with the rest of us. Watch the World Cup games, because that's interesting. Watch Wimbledon. That's going on too. You guys stay safe. Have a good holiday. Have a good evening. Much love to everybody, believe it or not. I'll see you guys later on the flip somewhere in the YouTubeverse. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, or night. We're all doing one of those somewhere out in the great big old YouTubeverse. See you later, guys. Later to the gators and later to the haters. Bye-bye.